I think it's going to be just you and I.
I think so. That's fine.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah.
And normally he pops on here to see at 9 o'clock to let us know he's up.
Yeah.
So
not tonight. That's okay.
All right, go, bud, go. I gotta say something.
All right, hello everybody,
Intro us.
And welcome. I am, as always, Bud Robinson. This is the BREWDCAST, by the way. I didn't say that. Right over there is Town, and we both watched Dynamite for once, and so we got some shit to talk about because I am very excited now. I am very excited.
All right. I need to apologize.
Okay.
For saying that I would never watch the tag team title match at the pay-per-view, because now I kind of have to watch it.
Oh my god!
My response to that is also, "Fuck you, Tony Khan, for doing that."
I'm telling you, Vince watches, Trips watches, Tony watches. This is proof now. Tony watches, and he wants your eyes on that match. He wants you to see what he's going to do with Jeff Jarrett. Now, whether it's a big troll or not, I have no idea. But
boo.
Jeff Jarrett. Boo. I did not know that the Guns had the titles.
Yeah, they won them from the Acclaimed, yeah.
You mentioned that in the last podcast, and I think I thought that they won the ROH titles from FTR.
Yeah.
Which, did they?
No, they lost FTR lost those titles before.
Right, but who did they lose them to? To the Briscoes. Okay, never mind. Carry on.
Okay.
That match was fire. Like I had actually forgotten that because that's kind of like how they do battle royals. They don't really talk about who's in them, and so I had forgotten that Orange Cassidy and Danhausen, Cassidyhausen as I will call them.
I was gonna call him Orangehausen.
Orangehausen would work too. I forgot that they were in it, so when they came out, I was like, "Cool." They're not going to win it though because he's got a rib injury. But then they came out, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
I thought that battle royal, as much as I liked the end, I thought that battle royal felt really wonky to me.
It was wonky, yeah.
A lot of the eliminations were wonky. So
it was the. I said this last week too, like Butcher and the Blade, putting them in there, fine. But, like, when are they going to get their shot? When? Because the Butcher and the Blade are fucking awesome. And I get that Butcher is out for stretches of time because of touring or whatever. But, like, fucking hell, you gotta give them a go. Like, the Blade is awesome. Give him a singles run when the Butcher is out. And then, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Tonight wasn't the night, though. The match wasn't the time for them.
Yeah.
I would say, I think they are they doing a breakup of the best friends.
They're kind of teasing it. Yeah, I could see that. But
where does Danhausen fit into that split?
I mean, I think Danhausen goes with Orange and the best friends. Or
what do they change their name to? Better Enemies.
They could be. But, Chuck isn't doing very much. So I almost wonder if Trent is just gonna go. Not, leave the company, but maybe, go do a tour in NJPW for a while. Because him with Rocky Romero was kind of awesome in AEW. Yeah. So, go run that in NJPW.
I don't know. I think there's a good jealousy feud to play there.
This is Leon, everybody. Say hi, Leon.
Hi, Leon.
That took way too long.
I think his interwebs are...
I've been on the call for a couple minutes. I was there at 7. There was nothing going on. So I was almost ready to take another nap.
We're glad you didn't.
Yeah, I got an alert.
We've already been in this for a little while, so your intro is just going to be hilarious.
Obviously.
It's Leon! We're talking, Leon, we're just going to go right into it. We're talking about Dynamite. The tag team. You didn't see Dynamite, did you? Guess who won the tag team battle royal?
Tag team battle royal.
To be the fourth team in the thing.
Acclaim?
No, they're already in it. To
The
be
Acclaim?
No, the Acclaim's already in it.
Oh yeah, they were the automatic one, and everybody was bitching about that. Who won last week? Wasn't there one last week too?
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett, that butthole.
Oh yeah, the Jeff Jarrett thing. Let's see, who else?
Okay, hold
Good.
on.
Yeah,
Me and
good
Bud,
idea or bad idea?
me and Bud, and I said, Town said at the start of this podcast, I was wrong. I'm going to watch that tag team match now.
Oh fuck!
And Bud and I are both extremely happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Kings of the Black Throne.
No.
You two are extremely happy about it. Young Bucks? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Whatever.
What is happening?
Giving you a thumbs up. Yeah.
Did we lose Leon?
Okay, I couldn't hear any. There was no audio for a minute. I got worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Seehausen made it into the, and so now we have to watch. Does he have another match?
Oh my God! Really?
He did.
Yeah, it was
They
fucking
did,
amazing.
Yeah.
They teamed those two up as an honest to goodness tag team. Oh God!
That's right.
All right, sure, yeah, no, sure.
So who wins?
If they don't win that
for how
match,
much it'll annoy Cornette, I'm here for it.
if they don't win, I'm going to kick you in the balls.
Well, that's the risk I suppose I'm willing to take, huh?
Bud, what did you think of the Big Bill Orange Cassidy match?
It was fine.
I thought it was one of Big Bill's better matches.
Oh yeah, yeah. For him, it was a great match for sure because it showed him. It showed more of his depth that he's clearly developed since WWE.
I know he's an idiot, but I kind of like his character, and I kind of like what they're doing with him. Mm-hmm. If he would have won, I wouldn't have said that, but like he lost, so I'm okay saying that. Just being honest with everybody.
It's true. It's true. We know this.
Do you want to run through the card?
I kind of thought that we would. Yeah. Because I totally.
Then we could talk about who could win.
Yeah. So the opening match is Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. So this was just signed tonight, I believe.
And it's not a match; it's a fight. I don't know what gimmick that means.
Well, this says singles match. I'm just looking at Wikipedia. It's probably just like lights out adjacent, right? Or like a.
They're gonna fight in a parking lot. Maybe they're gonna have a card. maybe they're gonna have another dentist office brawl or whatever the fuck that was.
That could be fun.
I think
turn off the lights at the beginning of the show,
and then they don't turn them back on.
Now we're gonna turn the lights back on.
So here's my question on this match: do you go with the obvious choice and have Jungle Boy win, or do you have shenanigans and have Christian Cage pick up a win and extend this feud a little bit? Or do you think this feud needs to end?
Well, I mean, they're just picking it back up, right? So like, I feel like probably what's gonna happen is there's gonna be fuckery. And Cage is it's gonna be a no contest. Like I don't know that it's an official match at all. So like maybe it's just he beats the fuck out of Jungle Boy and we cut to the next match. You know,
that's what I'm thinking.
Or does Jungle Boy persevere?
Yeah. Or does Jungle Boy? Well, not even persevere. Does he get that decisive win, and they just move him past Christian to do something else with Christian?
Why even bring him back then?
Well, because he's not hurt.
Yeah, but like
they have other plans for him. Like do something else.
No, I get that, but like, why bring him back?
Well,
if you're just gonna have a one and done kind of a match, don't put it at the pay-per-view. Put it on the Dynamite after. You know,
they spent so much time building that, and they need Jungle Boy to get that decisive win in front of people.
Yes, but it's been off for so long.
I think they could do more with it. I just don't know if they will.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah,
I think the clear like the Vegas odds winner would be Jungle Boy, but I don't know what that one I really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on whether they want to extend that or not. When the feud does end, it will be a Jungle Boy win.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah, I think so. Like a decisive, big fat fuck you.
I'm interested in this match.
Yeah.
Because I like this feud. It sucks that Christian was out for a bit, but I'm on board for it.
I'm happy to have him back. Do you have any thoughts, Leon?
I really want this fucking feud to end. I'm very anxious for it. Like, it seriously feels like it's been going on for fucking a year and a half, and not in a good way.
That's fair. Like they've dragged it out a lot.
Like I enjoyed the initial turn, and then I enjoyed like Luchasaurus actually turning on him and everything. But then since then, it's just been like, ha ha, he turned back. No, he didn't. Ha ha ha. Like, just make it be dead.
I do wonder if Lucha is the reason that he wins the match. Like if Lucha turns on Christian again,
Have him turn back again. He'll be fucking turning more than Big Show.
Be the new Kane.
Well, maybe he's getting coached by the Big Show. I don't know. So the next match is the Elite.
Money is, brother.
The Elite versus the House of Black. This is pretty cool. I don't know how much build they've had on this, but I'm pretty excited
Not a ton.
about this.
How much build do you need on that match?
Nah. Let them go.
Seriously, that's what they're gonna do.
I mean, what they have? What they have? It was just last week when they came out and looked spooky and then disappeared. Right? That was about it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
I don't see the Elite losing this.
No.
As much as I would love Aleister Black to get a run with something. Or Mordecai Black, pardon me.
Malachi,
Mordecai, whatever the fuck he is. Why do I keep thinking about Mordecai? Something's wrong with my head. I'm pissed they canceled that fucking gimmick. That's what it is.
Yeah, maybe you were secretly a fan of Mordecai.
That match she had at that one pay-per-view with Bob Holly was something that was on TV.
Like, top dollar.
Never even got to Taker, did he? Because he
Never
was
got
supposed to be a Taker for him, but he never got. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I just thought it was cool that it was going to be like, he's the opposite. This will be fun.
It could have worked if he didn't suck.
No, he didn't.
He's better as a vampire.
Yeah. I could see the Elite losing, but I don't know why. Again, like, there's this build thing. Like, you haven't built it up that much, so... I mean, to some extent, it could be the surprise. It could be the surprise.
I want to finish in this match that is wonky, and I want this to turn into a little bit of a drawn-out feud, because I think this could be...
Yeah. Yeah, those two teams in particular have been... Like, the Elite had once they got back, they were, like, they shot up to the top, and not just because they're EVPs, but, like I think they have a lot of momentum here. But so does the House of Black. Like, the House of Black is fucking awesome.
Okay, did either of you see the comments while we're on it, because we're talking about Kenny Omega? Did you see the comments that Kenny Omega made about the Punk situation?
No.
It was a stupid situation. Things like this happen.
Vaguely.
It was a situation that should never have gotten there. We should have talked it out. We didn't talk it out. Blah blah blah. And it's a situation that is being overplayed, and people are going to talk about it forever. And nothing happened, and they don't even know what happened. So it sounds to me like everybody's playing nice.
Before I remembered that Revolution was this weekend, I had thought that I would get on here and I would be like, I feel like I need to clarify what my position on CM Punk is, because I don't know that it's entirely clear. I think like CM Punk is still... No, I don't hate him. I've been lukewarm on his entry into AEW, and other than that, like, I've been a fan of his. Like, I watched him in the 7 years. I paid attention to what he was doing in the 7 years that he was gone. And, like, Leon's having a seizure.
Probably.
But I think you're right, Town, in that I do, like, he made a mistake in the same way that like a lot of guys who I've looked up to have made mistakes, and so that I felt burned, and so like I tend to be like, fuck him, who cares? But like I would love to see him come back. I would.
I think you took it more personal than me and Leon did.
Yeah, it's happened too many times in my life.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking about it when we started talking about it a little more in depth. It's you took it way more personally. I think that me and Leon did. Me and Leon, my approach from the get-go on that was always business, you know, and I think you took a much more like human nature feelings approach. And I was just like, there's no way they're fucking letting that guy go. It's too much fucking money. So you're still here.
I just had a
What are you
thought.
doing? Yes.
What?
I just had a thought. With things seeming to possibly warm to an actual return as of late, could you perhaps see CMFTR interfering in this match?
I could see it.
You know, Leon, that's a good fucking point, because if you're gonna actually do CMFTR against the Elite, you do not want those belts on those guys.
Yeah.
There's no point to have those belts on them, because that feud, that doesn't need belts. Belts will just bring that down.
Except
need 'em.
that FTR lost all their belts. Like the story you can tell is that FTR lost all their belts. CM Punk lost his belt twice. Once because of injury, once because of suspension. And like you can play that feud up like you cost us everything. Now we're going to take these belts from you. Which you can tell it this way too, like by
You don't have to do that, because it could be fuck you, I hate you still. You guys are fucking children.
Yeah.
And they could be like, you're an old bitter asshole and the business passed you by and you don't understand anything. They go back and forth. It'd be great. I want to see it, because Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are very snarky, and CM Punk's just a prick. And FTR seem like good guys. So what the fuck are they doing there?
Would anyone?
Oh, Leon's got a kick.
Carry on. Drago wanted to interrupt.
Would anyone on the Elite side be able to, I guess, balance out the promo war going into that? Because Kenny's not exactly known for his mic work.
Yeah, Don Callis.
And okay.
And the other piece of this though is these promos aren't hard. You don't have to get creative with these fucking promos. You just speak from the truth, because there's clearly heat, so it's gonna be a lot of. I can just picture Omega the Bucks. A lot of Omega
inside baseball.
Well, maybe not, but Omega and the Bucks could just be like, you fucking came here and you tried to ruin this fucking place. We built this place and you came here and you tried to ruin it.
Yeah,
that story fucking rates itself. It'll be.
I can see it.
And it's a feud where Punk probably has to. I think Punk would have to lose that, but let's worry about that when it happens.
I think that Kenny cuts a mean promo, but I think that his promo style tends to attract. It tends to be more NJPW. Like.
Yeah, very much so. That's what I was thinking.
So my hope is that if they go through with this and he does do promos, that he sticks with that. We lost Leon, and he sticks with that, and that the fans connect with it. That's my hope. I don't see Kenny trying to like change how he does promos for this particular thing, and so
I think it's easy for them. I think they have to be the baby faces. I don't know how you swing Punk as a babyface.
I do also think that Don Callis will be amazing in this role. I think
the only issue that I would have with this, and the only thing that I would be very cautious with, is if I'm Tony Khan and I'm going to let these guys go throw fucking barb. Leon, stop disappearing. I'm going to go throw barbs at one another.
Mm-hmm.
We better all be on the same fucking page, and nobody better fuck anybody.
Yeah,
that came out weird, but yeah, that's what I meant.
Unless that's what you want to do, like
not on. You can't do it in the ring, bud. It's
not in the ring, unless you're
not on TV.
Oh God. Jamie Hayter, Soraya, and Ruby Soho. I hope Soho takes it. She won't. I think Jamie Hayter takes it. Unless you want to tell, unless Tony wants to tell the feud, the story between Britt and Jamie, but they're like thick as thieves right now.
You can't split them up until you sort out. But I think eventually Britt's got to turn on her.
Yeah.
But you can't split them now. If you're trying to make the big splash, you go Soraya, which I don't agree with.
Yeah.
But I can see why. I don't wonder if Ruby Soho actually wins though. Because here's my thought process.
Okay.
I'm thinking like a businessman and a booker. If I put the strap on Ruby Soho, who's clearly taking us this line of I don't give a shit about what you guys are doing, I care about this belt.
Yeah.
Perfect person to win.
Mm-hmm.
So then you go to book your next show, you have Ruby Soho, AEW Women's Champion, and then you have your 4 biggest stars in the women's division feuding over here, and Ruby's over here. And then what do you do with Ruby? You give her an opponent she can go with, you let her fucking go, and you build her up.
I didn't think of it that way, but like you're absolutely right. And then you have a situation like kind of like what they did with the tag team situation for so long. They had FTR and they had the Elite, and they were like they weren't feuding, but they were like separate from everybody else. And so then you have, I could see that totally, because Ruby Soho can go with pretty much anybody. Put her up against Willow. Put her up against who else? Riho or Shida or like she can go.
Leon looks confused.
Yeah, I can't see my own camera and it's bothering me. Sorry. I don't know what happened.
You are one big walking technical difficulty.
That's such a nice thing to say.
Thank you.
What's the next match?
Jericho versus Starks.
Starks has to win.
Jericho Appreciation Society, a band from ringside. Yeah.
Starks.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that your boy would win tonight.
Whose boy? My boy?
Yeah, Avalon.
Oh yeah, he's my boy. I called him my boy last week. I forgot that. Yeah. No, I didn't think he was gonna win. I thought that, then I thought about it. I'm like, you can't have Jericho needs to go into that looking strong.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, that's true.
But I do think he loses. What do you do with Chris Jericho right now? Because you're basically just using him to get other guys over.
Yeah.
And that doesn't always go great. He's got to get a win at some point.
Yeah.
Like he's got to do something to make him seem important again. You know, do you turn him face? Do you
ditch the JAS? That's what I think. Like
I don't think like
Garcia,
the inner circle was amazing. The inner circle was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing until it wasn't though. Like the problem with
him is you can heat him back up in fucking like one promo.
Yeah,
because he's reinvented himself so many times.
He can do it, but I think
they can keep him in a holding pattern like this as long as they need to. We're just putting other guys over and everything.
That's
but
fair.
If they want to push him back up, he's so creative and such a mic guy and everything. Give him one promo or 2 or 3 weeks worth, and all of a sudden people are seeing him as a world championship contender again.
Yeah, it happens quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't think it's much of a big deal right now because he could go right back to the top of the card.
Yeah.
With
one promo.
Good point, Leon.
Yeah,
good point.
That's a very good point.
And we're not used to this because when we were like in the Attitude Era, when you were an old star, you fought to hang on to your spot and never put anybody over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're used to guys staying at the top to keep themselves relevant, and that's not Jericho. And
and refusing to take any L's. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that falls. So that's just you're right, Leon. That's a very good point.
I think he's actually kind of transcended that at this point. He understands it a little bit better, and he's willing to make himself look stupid or take losses or fall into a fucking giant mimosa just to make the card better, make the people around him better.
Yeah, that's true. How many times has
it's
he?
Very admirable.
Yeah, he's a hell of a guy.
He put over a newbie like not a month ago in Action Andretti, a month and a half ago.
He called him out and said, that guy can go. I want to put him over.
Yeah.
Hire him and I'll wrestle him.
Yeah.
Then he fucking did it. I was just like, dude, wow. You the fucking man.
I remember reading Jesus Christ, when did this book come out? Ages ago. Mick Foley's first autobiography. I said 4. Crazy. Like a lot of what he talked about was like him wanting to put other people over and help other people. Like Mick Foley always struck me as the guy who was going to help people more than he was going to put them down. And that was the first time I ever saw that in a professional wrestler. And I think there's a certain swath of wrestlers from that era who hold on to that mentality. I think Jericho's definitely one of them. Sting seems to be one of them as well, even though he's sort of like older.
The thing that Mick said in his book, to kind of piggyback off what you said, was there's this I don't know if it's a trap. I don't remember exactly how I put it, but like when you're doing a promo and you're gonna fight somebody, like if you sit there running them down, you're not helping anybody. You're not helping him. You're not helping yourself. Like if you call this guy the biggest piece of shit and he sucks and he's terrible, and you beat him, well, you beat a piece of shit who sucks and who's terrible. Or worse, you call him all those things and then he beats you. Like that doesn't help anybody. But if you build him up to, make him be this scary monster or whatever, and make him be a threat, people believe that you see him as a threat and all that stuff. Then they beat you or you beat them. Then it's actually an accomplishment. It means something more.
Yeah.
Which really made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
You talk about guys giving back to the business, and I just want to send kudos out to Jeff Jarrett for doing a real good job of what Jericho's doing. Oh wait, I fucking lied. Never mind.
Yeah, I think you.
Sorry.
On that note.
What's next?
That's not actually the next match. The next match on the list here: Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Joe's another one of those guys. I think Joe is more than willing to put somebody over if it makes sense, and if
I agree.
if it's going to make the story better. I mean, he's done it. He did it with
If it's going to sell tickets,
you know who else?
Butts and seats.
Yeah. You know what though? That's an ROH thing because Danielson's the same way.
Yeah.
And I think CM Punk is the same way.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it makes sense.
I think a lot of guys from ROH in general are more about the business and less about the ego.
And understanding how to do it, work together, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Wardlow's going to win this match.
You think?
I do. And Hobbs won, and I think. Yeah, I do. I want to see Hobbs get the championship. So. Don't you?
Yeah, but we just saw Wardlow lose the title to Samoa Joe like very quickly, right? So like if you did that, you would be setting up the exact same thing. Because Hobbs, if I remember correctly, gets a shot next week.
Yeah. So maybe Joe wins by some weird way, and then he gets the shit beat out of my Wardlow. You get the fucking belt on Hobbs. I
agree. Yeah.
But I think they're gonna. I wouldn't be stunned if they fed Joe and Hobbs to Wardlow. Like that wouldn't stun me because then you're rebuilding him up.
Yeah.
So I think they tried to humanize him with that promo he did. I don't wonder if you try to like go away from that. I'm just gonna come out and power on everybody bullshit.
Is Hobbs a face or a heel now?
Heel, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's heel.
With the Book of Hobbs.
Yeah, because he's a monster now. I could see him switching it, but like, I think he's been working Rampage and Dark, and in those cases, he's been a heel.
Yeah.
My little buddy had a match on Dark Elevation.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched
that.
He got
yet. Flown out.
You sent the
him and the other guys in his faction out here got flown out. They had a trios match with Matt Hardy, Ethan Page, and one of the guys from Private Party. I forget which one. I don't want to misname him.
Isaiah Cassidy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's
Yeah.
Isaiah. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to watch that before I watch Rampage and Dynamite tonight. I didn't get a chance to watch them yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You sent
Matt-
that, and I haven't watched it yet. I've
Matt
behind
Hardy
on wrestling.
commented on one of their posts on Instagram saying, "Keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to find yourself in front of the red light real soon."
I could see that.
Hell yeah!
I don't know. I've not seen his work, so I.
Sorry for sidetracking us. I apologize. I
That's
just want to
okay.
put over my little buddy who doing big things.
And you're
Shout
the
out
You
big,
Ice
could name
Williams.
check him.
and
if
you're
you
the
wanted.
big buddy. You're the big buddy doing little things, or
Yes, naturally.
Like,
Shout out Ice
Does he
Williams.
have Ice?
Yep,
Ice Williams. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Next match.
Sorry,
We can keep talking about Ice Williams. Oh, I don't have
no,
much
we
to
don't
contribute,
have to. It's
but
okay. When he does more, we talk about him more.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the next match they have here is Jon Moxley and Hangman Adam Page. On the theme of promos, these two promos tonight were fucking amazing. Like, I think this is one of Hangman's best in AEW. And Moxley, oh my, like, I love Moxley's promos. You all know that. But, like, this is easily one of his best. He's just, like, bleeding on the floor and shit.
The emotion he had out of everything he did, it flowed.
Yeah.
He's gonna bleed buckets in this match, isn't he?
Absolutely.
They're turning Blackpool Combat Club heel.
Mm-hmm.
They're full on.
Which is interesting. It's an interesting move.
It just kind of happened. It's out of nowhere, but I don't hate it.
Have they ever really been faced though?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think,
more like the cool heels, because they go out and just beat the fuck out of people.
Yeah.
But then
they haven't changed anything they've done.
Yeah, it's those guys. So we're just cheering for them anyways.
There's a part of me that says they have in that they're being extra mean and they're being extra like cheaty, but they already had that stuff there. It's just a matter of like they're reframing it.
They're just emphasizing a different part of them. They are still the same guys, but like exactly what you said. They're emphasizing a different part of what they're doing now. They're still doing the same shit.
I'm gonna, in my head, I'm doing a little fan booking, and so like, but I'll save it for the later match because I think it's more relevant to that.
Okie dokie.
Less fan booking, more like interesting question.
Who's gonna win this match? It has to be Hangman.
Yeah,
I think it does.
Has he?
I think he benefits more from it.
Won't hurt Mox, but now the other problem with Mox is another guy. He's lost like 2 pay-per-view matches in a row, I think.
Yeah.
So, but one was to MJF and he got screwed. So.
Yeah, but he'll come back. I do wonder if he leaves for a while, takes a vacation, which he deserves.
I think he's due.
Yeah.
He's way overdue. He was supposed to get it back, what, August or whatever?
Yeah.
September.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right, September, yeah. But yeah, he was supposed to go on a vacation at that point, so.
All out, brawl out.
Bringing it back. Just bringing it all back.
I'm excited for this match. I think it'll be fun. Mox is going to bleed, but I think Hangman pulls it out.
Yeah.
Decisively.
I think so too. Like I don't. Hey, is he undefeated in Texas death matches? Because this is his 4th, I believe. Right?
Moxley or Hangman.
Hangman.
I don't think Hangman's ever lost one.
Because
they were all for the belt.
He won with Archer. He won against his opponent just like 2 weeks before that, and I can't remember who the fuck it was. Regardless, yeah,
he's had a few of them.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure he's undefeated.
I think that's like his thing, which I'm okay with. I'm down with that.
Gotta have a thing.
Yeah,
that'll be a good match.
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
The Guns versus the Acclaimed versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett versus Orange Cassidy. They all have hand gestures.
Orangehausen, but not Orange Cassidy. Orangehausen.
Orangehausen. OC this is. I'm excited about this. I was not excited about it.
Legitimately thought the answer to this was the Acclaim are just going to win this match.
Yeah.
And then I thought, no, it's going to be they're gonna bring FTR back and make them the fourth team. And they didn't bring FTR back. They made Cassidy and Danhausen the fourth team. So you could make an argument literally for any one of these teams winning this. The argument for Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal would be that you've lost your mind and went insane. Because they don't need it. They don't deserve it. They shouldn't be there.
I also I don't see Tony Khan putting over heels against other heels. If that makes any sense. Because the Guns are like top level heels right now, like top level tag team heels. I mean, Jay Lethal.
My legitimate question to you is this: do you give those fucking belts to fucking Orange Cassidy and Danhausen?
Why not? I could see that.
How would you?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know either. Like, I'm not opposed to it. I think, fuck yeah, let's do it. But then it's like, what are you gonna do? And then we know what we can get out of Orange Cassidy.
At the very most, it would have to be for like a transitional type run, not anything long term or anything.
Because I think we know Orange Cassidy can go.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen Danhausen go. I'm not saying he can't go, but I have previously said that I don't think Danhausen's the worker Orange Cassidy is. I think Danhausen
leads. No, I don't think he is either.
His gimmick a little more, and I think he's
100% character work.
Yeah. So do you give it to them? Can you have a run? Can you put them out there in main event Dynamite and pop a number? Hell yeah. But can you put them out there in main event Dynamite and have like a really good match? Or are there too many limitations with that team? And I'm not opposed, but how do you Danhausen, if Danhausen goes out of character and he works a little more, which I think he can do, okay, but if he's gonna stay within that character,
I could see him doing the face and peril thing, and then having OC get the hot tag and have him clean house, him be the powerhouse, so to speak. I could see that work with that dynamic work with those two.
Yeah,
it could. And I'm not opposed. Like I said, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how you would, because if Orange Cassidy should probably have all the belts.
Obviously, yes.
But
not just, but just to be clear,
we can't give them all of them right now.
We're not talking about all of the AEW belts, right?
ROH too.
All of no. I mean, you're thinking too small. IWGP,
New Japan, Shimmer.
Yeah, let's give them some Shimmer belts. Why not?
Give
WWE. I tell you what, Tony Khan buys WWE, gets rid of all the talent. No, he wouldn't do that. But takes all the belts and just gives them to Orange Cassidy. Like, these are all vacant now, and now I'm giving them to Orange.
Do like the old Bischoff and Triple H this segment and just unveils a shit ton of belts and gives them all to him.
Then Orange Cassidy would be like, whatever.
Danhausen would just like put them all in the ring and roll around in them.
Get like a dolly or something to carry all the belts around at the same time.
Fucking wheelbarrow. Danhausen pushes on a wheelbarrow for him.
Okay, y'all are not thinking they just bought WWE to get all these belts. They also bought all the props, like those little carts that they had in WrestleMania. Like the little carts. So you put all of the
3 and 6, yeah. Okay. Speaking on those cards.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you like those cards?
I thought they were interesting.
Great, dude.
I have read that part of the reason they got rid of those is because it makes their wrestlers look unathletic if they can't walk to the ring.
It's fair.
That's dumb as fuck.
You know what I mean?
I think they're a good idea because like they're so often like not for the TV presentation, but for like the in-person one, I think they were a good idea because just being at some of the, like when I went to SummerSlam 2 years ago and everything, like it's really hard to see the person coming out and coming down the aisle and everything.
So
Yeah.
that picks
With
them
those,
up.
I like yeah, it puts them up on a pedestal. It makes a thing out of it.
Yeah.
Like I get why they don't do it, but I could make that argument why they're a good thing though. So
I know why they did it for Andre.
well, yeah, because fucking walking all that way down would have been hell for him.
Yeah.
He would have had nothing left for the fucking ring. Like he was like
Yeah, he couldn't do
his
much.
back was donezo at that point, man.
And he still
Much
wrestled
as I love him.
for like 3 more years. He wrestled for.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a bunch of tags over in fucking New Japan with Baba. So I mean, and who the hell gets a hot tag in between those two then? When Andre can't move at all and Baba is Baba.
They bring in a third. That's a good
The
question.
hell out of everybody.
The ref.
No, nobody's actually selling. They're just taking turns beating the fuck out of the other team,
I mean, that's
That's
probably
what I would do with him.
pushing them
probably
in the
pretty much
corner.
what they did.
I need to go look through my New Japan World and find some of those older stuff. Or was he
That-
doing all? No, it's Baba, so it's all Japan. God damn it!
Back to what we were actually talking about.
No, let's keep talking about
My
cards.
my gut tells me the Guns are going to win this match.
Yeah, I think so. The more we're talking about it, like, it would be cool for them to have O.C. Hausen take it. They're the only other team that makes sense to me.
Well,
And
you
I
claim-
don't know why you would give it to them. Yeah, but if you're going to stretch out this feud, you keep it on the Guns.
Yeah, because you don't want to have. You want them to beat the Guns decisively.
Yeah.
Not in the. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. What's next, bud?
Yeah, good call. That makes sense.
MJF versus Bryan Danielson. And again, on the term of, like, tonight's promo was fucking fire.
Oh, it was good.
Brian's,
Good.
and he did a swear.
He did a good swear.
It was a
I'm
good
gonna
swear.
kick
Brian does the swears.
I'm gonna
It
kick
means
your
things when he
fucking head.
swears.
Yeah.
They beeped it though pretty well.
My favorite part about that was that he was in the middle of a promo and he like paused. And you could say that was dramatic pause. But in my head, I thought, he doesn't know if he wants to say it. He's like, I don't know if I can say it. Can I say it? I think he was pausing because he didn't know if he could say a swear.
He said a good swear though.
Yeah, it was a
I
good
liked
swear.
It was a really good swear. But MJF,
Probably had the okay and just added the pause to fucking sell it.
That is probably the pause. Yeah.
MJF's gonna win this match.
Or maybe it goes to a draw.
Oh, Daniel kick his
Has
fucking
that
head off.
literally ever happened in a 60-minute? Like,
Yeah.
every 60-minute I've
Yeah.
ever...
Yeah, wow. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart went to a draw,
Did it?
and then they had to have sudden death.
Oh, that's right.
When they
Yeah.
go to a draw,
Overtime.
they put them into overtime. Don't do that. Don't do the
No.
overtime. That would be stupid.
Go to overtime and then Busaiku knee.
I could see it. I think it'd be interesting. AEW.
I
doing it.
will accept overtime
Yeah.
if it ends with an instantaneous Busaiku knee.
I'm curious to see what they do, but I do think I think Max has to win. I think just for his character and where they're at, Danielson. I would love to see Danielson as champion. I love Bryan Danielson. Don't get me wrong, but I think for the health of the company and just kind of where they're headed, you kind of have to stick with MJF.
Is this the point in time in which you have Bryan Danielson leave the Blackpool Combat Club, and more accurately, have the Blackpool Combat Club turn on him? Because I could totally see, like, we've had all of these angles where MJF is telling people, paying people off, and he's done it more in this one in particular. I wonder if he pays off Blackpool to cost him the match. And then you have MJF can face pretty much anybody at that point. Bryan Danielson is right in a feud with Blackpool. I feel like, Bryan...
who in Blackpool would make who would make sense for that though?
I mean, if
they've
you're
all
turning
been
them
built
heel,
up as
any
these
of them
guys
would make
who
sense.
don't give a fuck about like money isn't their motivator. They're there to go be professional wrestlers and beat the fuck out of people.
Yes, but if you're turning them heel, which it seems like that's what they're doing,
But I don't think they're
that turns them even more heel because they're going
I
against their
think
values.
you're going with a trope. You're going with a trope. You assume that a heel always wants money like that. I don't think they're going to do that. I'm taking what you said, and I'm not disagreeing with what you said. But what if it was more of a he kind of moved away from him? They argued about William Regal. Then it becomes well, we're going to fuck you because of what you did.
And maybe MJF just talks him into it,
Okay.
or like gives him
MJF
the
isn't even,
opportunity.
or isn't even a part of it, and he's decisively fucking beat, and then they come out and fuck him over.
It
And
could
then
be.
MJF
The devil talks them into lighting themselves on fire.
Yeah, I mean that's possible.
I can see that. Yeah.
They gotta do something. I mean that is a flaw with MJF. Is you could because like we're not sitting here saying oh MJF is gonna go out there and just beat him clean.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no fucking way he's beating him clean. It's not his character. It's not how they do it.
Yeah.
But again, like we've talked about with,
And I wouldn't buy it if they did it that way either.
if you it's fake, Leon. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
No,
Suspension of disbelief only goes so far.
If you're I forgot my fucking thought. I was ripping on Leon. Go, bud.
I'm with Leon. Like I could see that I could see. Fuck! I lost my train of thought too.
Thanks, Leon.
We're brilliant.
Just
That's what I hear for a town.
the whole he pretty much has left the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, but they haven't.
No.
That's the thing. Like AEW isn't about half measures. Like,
I
if
just
somebody's
remembered
gonna
my
leave,
thought.
they just like.
Just remember my thought.
Yeah, carry on.
Just say it. We're talking about MJF. You know, we've bitched about how every feud he has is the same. He puts all these guys in front of you. You got to run a gauntlet, blah, 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 blah. Well, all of his matches also end the same way. He cheats and wins somehow.
Yeah.
And at some point, you have to break. You know what I mean? And if he doesn't cheat, what happens to him? He gets his ass fucking kicked.
Yeah.
He gets his head fucking kicked in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just
And the thing that blows my mind about that is like he's super athletic. Like you see the match with him and Darby Allin, like he was fucking amazing in there. He won with a Fujiwara armbar. Like who does that?
That's his finisher.
Well, yes, I know that, but like it's not in American wrestling. That's not like Fujiwara. Like an armbar is not a finisher. An armbar is like something you do before you're going to do something that looks cooler.
Yeah, but he's a student of the game and he understands his character.
Mm-hmm.
He watched Japan. He did all that shit. Like he just loves wrestling, and he kind of like we did growing up. Except he understands the social media and the character piece of that really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
And he lives that fucking character, and he's like he protects that character at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like at some
We'll
point
let you come at him with stupid stuff.
At some point, you would think that they would do something different, and I think they need to bring out a different side of him, a more That's my hope for his next feud is that we don't have the same thing where you want to fight me, well you can't fight me, you have to do this. Oh, you did that, now you have to do this. Here's 46 hoops. Here's a gauntlet of guys you have to beat. I don't want to see it anymore.
Agreed.
And I like MJF, and I think he's an amazing.
The labors of Jericho.
I think he's an amazing
17.
character.
Right?
Like he's good, he's great,
Mm-hmm.
and he's their guy. Like he's the guy right now. But you also have to you gotta have a little depth, and that's what he needs right now.
Yeah.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of late '97 Rock, because late '97 Rock cut promos, was a heel, cheated every match to win, never won anything clean.
Yeah.
And then that summer of '98, as he changed a little bit.
Yeah.
But even when he was Corporation Rock, he still kind of did the same thing, where he had the gauntlet to get there and that shit. So.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
And then Rock got depth, though. Once he got depth, he was able to do
literally
fucking anything.
I mean The Rock was kind of the same. Like he could go in the ring. Like he knew his moves. I don't think that he was as technical as MJF is, but like he could go in the ring. Like he knew more than 5 moves, and then he sort of narrowed it down a little bit.
Just float over DDT.
This is my favorite move on the SmackDown games. I always put that in my arsenal, and I'm like, I'm never going to do that, but fuck yeah, let's do it. Whatever. I'm excited for the pay-per-view. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a WWE?
We didn't realize it was coming up this quick.
No, the next WWE pay-per-view is WrestleMania. There's a UFC fight. That's what's going on Saturday.
John Jones versus somebody. Spotify keeps thinking that I'm interested
Cyril
in that.
Gane. Well, the thing there is that Francis Ngannou was the world champion, and he'll punch your fucking head off like he's like a scary human being. Like he punches people and you think they're gonna fucking die, and it looks like he's hardly touching them, and then you just fall over dead. Well, not dead, but fucking close. And they had a big contract dispute, and he left. So now they're crowning a new champion, even though he's still technically the champion. It's a big fucking mess. And he just fought Gane like 8 months ago, and Ngannou decisively fucking beat him. Threw his ass around, beat him, easily won the fight. So that's kind of what's going on. They're trying to crown a new champion under that cloud. And John Jones is kind of, well, he's done some questionable things. He's faced some demons, I guess is what you would say. I don't want to get sued. You saw what fucking happened to Pat McAfee, didn't you?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope Pat gets his lawyer fees paid for when he loses it, too.
Well, he's getting, but he's not, Favre's wrong in that. Because they did
1,000%. It's a fucking slap lawsuit if there ever was one.
Yeah,
which is dumb because Pat has the means to fight it easily. So,
I don't know what he was. Brett Favre lost his mind. That's the essential story I have here.
I feel like he lost his mind a while ago.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good long while ago now. Yeah.
That CTE is showing. I'm excited for the card. But are you going to get the card?
I wasn't going to. I probably will now. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good.
Because
they've been doing a good build up. The last few shows were good. I thought tonight was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The ladder match was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They fucked up a couple spots in the ladders.
I really hope those guys are doing okay. Sammy Guevara, I think, is the one that got dumped on his head, and then Commander. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't
but
know
like...
who the fuck Commander is either. He could jump. Yeah, no, that was a pretty good ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a good show all around, I thought. I thought they did a good job with it tonight.
Yeah.
And Orange House. That was a lot of Orange Cassidy tonight. He had a match, a segment, and a match.
Yeah.
I was in heaven over here. Yeah.
So. I just wish that there had been more Jarrett. That's all. I really wish there would have been more Jarrett.
If I could reach through the screen.
Oh, I'm kidding. No more Jarrett ever again.
I hope. I think that's all we got. I think we covered what we need to cover today.
Yeah.
You want to take us home, bud?
What's going on?
Boop. Take us home.
Yeah, just hit the button. Okay, so this has been us talking about Revolution 2023. I kind of thought we were going to talk about other things, but we did not. This is kind of the big thing. Anyway, I'm Bud. This is Leon, and this is Town. So long, suckers.
What are we?
Au revoir, bitches.